Now we'll see one another important concept that is decorator. See, decorator, before learning decorator, you need to know some operations regarding with function that we have seen before learning this map reduce function. The first one, that functions are just nothing but an objects. Okay, function are just nothing but an objects. So function we can pass as an argument to another function. Function can return a function as a return value also. We can write one function inside another function, means we can define one function inside another function known as an inner function. Okay, so these operations we already done before learning this map reduce and filter function. Okay, so you need to remember it while working with decorators also. Okay, so now come to the definition of decorator. See, a decorator is a function. First of all, decorator is just nothing but a function that helps to add some additional functionalities to an existing function. Okay, decorator is a function that adds some additional functionalities to an already defined function. Means decorator takes one function, adds some functionality to it and returns. So decorator function always takes argument. Decorator function's argument is another function. It also returns one function. Okay, so decorator is very efficient when we want to give an updated code to an existing code. Means if you're having some code which is already there and you want to modify that code without changing original code here. So in that case, decorator is very useful entity. To see how we can define decorator. So first we'll try to go with one very simple decorator. See here, decorator is just nothing but a function. So here we are writing one decorator my_dec. Decorator function always takes function as an argument, so that we are writing by using this parameter func. So this is a reference to that function to which we want to decorate. Okay. Now inside decorator we always write one inner function which will carry out that decoration work. So wrapper is a function which is actually carrying out that decoration. So here before function call we are just printing one statement, like suppose say before function call. Here we are actually calling that function which we are decorating here, and then we are printing after function call. Okay, and then we are returning this function from this decorator function. So see what is exactly work of decorator. It takes function as an argument. That function is that function which we want to decorate. That function we are calling over here. We are decorating it here before function call. We are decorating it here after function call. Okay, so wrapper is actually a function where we are carrying out that decorating work, and this decorator function returns the reference of this decorator function, that is wrapper. Okay, so now we are writing one another function to which we are actually decorating. Suppose say hello is very simple function through which we are printing only hello. So this is a function which we want to decorate. Okay, now we can carry out this work explicitly like this. See, here we are calling this decorator to which we are passing name of that function to which we want to decorate. So somehow we are calling this function. Now my_dec function returns object of this wrapper, this reference of this wrapper that we are storing in one variable say w, and through this w we are calling that wrapper function which is actually doing the work of decorator. So when you run this code, see, this is a statement of your function say hello, and this is a statement of your decorator before function call and after function call. So how it happens, when you call my_dec by passing say_hello, now func is referring to say_hello. Okay, this my_dec function returns wrapper object that we are storing in w. So when you say w, it is actually calling this method function, sorry. So through this function, before function call get printed, actual function call takes place which prints hello, and then after function. So this is a decorator function. This is a decorator function. This wrapper is just nothing but decorator function here. Okay. Now see, this is a straightforward call to decorator, and through that decorator we are calling that wrapper function. But we are having one very simple syntax rather than going for this complicated function calling. See here. This is a function to which we want to decorate. Okay, so above this function definition, use this symbol @ okay, and in front of that write the name of decorator. Above say _hello function to which we want to decorate, use the symbol at the rate and write the name of decorator, my underscore DEC. Okay, so what will happen because of this? When we call this say underscore hello function, it will always come with your decorator. Okay. When we call say underscore hello function, it will always come with this decorator because we suggested it by writing this decorator statement like this at the rate and name of decorator. Okay, so this is the way we are writing decorator in Python. Now see, in this case, this say underscore hello function is not taking any parameters, even it is not returning any value also. So we'll see some decorators which works with return value and plus means like function with return value and function with parameters also. So first we'll check one function which returns some value here. So here we'll just make some small changes. This say underscore hello is now returning one string hello. Okay, so in previous case it is printing hello, now it is returning hello, and this function we want to decorate now. See, what we want to do is that we want to make this string an uppercase string. Okay, while decorating, as this function is returning small letter string, through decorator we want to make it uppercase string here. So just change the name of this decorator as a upper underscore DEC. Okay, here see now. When you say FUNC, it means that you are calling that function. Now this function say underscore hello returns one string, so that string we can store in one variable over here. Suppose say s. So s is just nothing but that value hello, and what we want to do, we want to actually return uppercase string here. So here we are calling upper function from upper method of string class, and through that we are just converting that lowercase string to uppercase string here. Okay, so if a function returns a string, means like don't say a string, if a function returns some value, your decorator should return that value also. If a function returns some value, then decorator should return that value. Obviously you can do some decorative work over there, but it should return a value. So in our case, here we'll write down decorator statement first at the rate upper DEC. So this is our decorator. So what happens in our case, say underscore hello actually returns small letter hello, but our decorator just decorates it by uppercase string here. So you just call this print and print this hello, it should come in uppercase later. Okay, so this is how you can work with return values. Simple idea, if your function returns a value, your decorator should return value. Your function returns a value, your decorator should return a value. Now suppose your decorator takes parameters also. Okay, we'll write over here. Okay. Here we are writing another function. Suppose say divide function is there, which takes two parameters, two arguments a and b. Okay, and here we are printing directly, we are not returning now. So divide function takes two arguments a, b, and we are just printing division, that is a divided by b. Now we want to write down decorator for this division. So here we are writing it. Okay, we are giving name like divide underscore DEC. Decorator always takes only one argument, that is the function reference. And now we'll write down wrapper. Now check wrapper function properly. See, this wrapper function now will take arguments like your original function. So here we'll write down now this a and b. Okay, there's no question of name a and b, you can use any parameter names here. But whatever arguments we are passing to this divide function, that should be available in this wrapper function also. Okay, and now here you can carry out your decoration work. So here we are just checking value of b. If it is 0, then we are just giving one message like divide by 0 not possible. So that is our additional work. Okay, and if it is 0, then we are just returning from here, means we are not carrying out that division work. And else case, we are just calling this function by using this func reference. Okay, and from this decorator function return this wrapper. Do one thing, we'll just remove this decorator. See now, divide underscore DEC, that is our decorator, which takes reference of function. Then wrapper takes two parameter because your original function is taking two parameters. Here we are doing this decorative work, additional work, where we are checking if b is 0, then we are just printing one message and returning without carrying out that division work. Else we are calling this function here. Okay, and here we will mention this decorator at the rate divide underscore DEC. Now call this divide method, divide function here. First we'll pass valid values 10 by 5, so it will return 2.0. Now we'll pass 0 here and you will get one message that divide by 0 not possible. So what is conclusion? Function, we can write a decorator for functions without any return value or without any parameters. We can write function decorators for parameters also, function decorators for return values also. So before moving further, I will check one another idea that how we can write down a generalized decorator. Generalized decorator means it will work for any number of arguments. Generalized decorator. Okay, so suppose see, this is our function, add function, taking two arguments, printing addition of these two numbers. Okay, now we want to write down a decorator for this function. Here we are writing this decorator, okay, which will take reference of this function as an argument. Now in this function we are writing this inner function where we'll actually implement this decorator option. This function will also take two parameters because our original function is taking two parameters a, b. Then in decorator we are just printing some stars like this. Then we are calling actual function by passing these two arguments. Then once again we are printing this star line over here. So this is a decoration. Okay, so inside this wrapper function we print one star line, then we call function, then once again we print one star line. Here we are returning this wrapper from this decorator here. Okay, so this is decorator we have written. Now we will apply this decorator by saying this by writing this @ sign and writing name of this decorator. Okay, and then we can call this add method by passing two values here. So this is your outcome. The star lines the part of decorator and 50 is the answer which is coming from this add function. Okay, now suppose see, here we are writing one another function add 3, okay, by which we want to add three numbers now. Okay, so this is one function add 3 by which we are just printing three numbers, addition of three numbers. Now if you want to apply same decorator for this function, okay, just want to apply same decorator for this function, this obviously will not work. So if you run like this, it will give you error because this wrapper function is taking only two arguments here. We are trying to call this decorator by using a function which takes three arguments. Suppose if you want to define a wrapper function or say decorator in a generalized format, means it should work for any number of arguments. Okay, so in that case, you can take help of these two argument types we have seen previously also, ARGS and KW ARGS. When you write first argument by using asterisk, it means that you can go with any number of positional arguments. By using these two asterisks like over here, means that you can go with any number of keyword arguments also. If your function takes two arguments, first one that is any number of positional arguments, second one any number of keyword arguments, it means that it's a generalized function which works for any number of arguments. Okay, so here also we'll write down ARGS and KW Okay, so now this function, through this wrapper function, this function actually what we are calling is with this will work for any number of arguments here. So now we can apply this decorator for function which takes any number of arguments, means we can go with two arguments also, we can go with three arguments also. Now it restricts over. Okay, so now it is working with this add 3 function because here we are having arguments as any number of arguments, ARGS and KW. It's like ARGS is not mandatory, you can use any name. KW ARGS also you can use any name. It's a convention to use these two parameter names when you're going with asterisk and double asterisk over here. So that's why we will also follow that. Okay, so now this decorator is working with add3 function, and you can see you can use same decorator for add function also. Okay, so that's possible because now our decorator is a generalized decorator. It means, see here, you can even write, suppose now we are writing add tuple, okay, to which we are passing one tuple value over here. We are printing sum of this tuple like this, okay, and we can even apply this decorator for this function also. Okay, and here function we are passing on tuple line. Okay, so same function is applied on, same function we can apply on tuple also. So bottom line is this: by using this asterisk args and double asterisk kwargs, we create one generalized decorator which works for function with any number of arguments. Now we'll see how we can apply more than one decorators to a function, or in another word, that is chaining of decorators. Chaining of decorators means to a function we want to apply more than one decorator. So first here we are writing one, suppose say star decorator. Okay, now decorator, we know it takes function as argument. It will contain one inner function. Mostly we are calling it as a wrapper function. Okay, now we will write down this wrapper function format, the generalized function. It is better idea to follow this generalized function format instead of writing it specific to certain function here. Okay, now here see, here we are printing star some 30 times. Okay, we are printing star 30 times here by multiplying it by 30. Okay, then we are calling this function, passing same arguments args and args. We call this print function once again. So this is our wrapper function which prints line of a star before function call and after function. We return the wrapper function to this decorator. Okay, now here we are writing on another decorator. Here copy paste. Only change what we are making, decorator is printing dollar sign. Decorator is printing dollar sign instead of star, like this. Okay, so all other things remain same, only the star decorator is printing symbol star and this dollar decorator is printing symbol dollar. Okay, and now here we are just writing one function, suppose say printer. Okay, to this function we are passing one message, and here we are printing that message. Now before this function, want to apply these two decorators to this function here, so that you can apply like this. First we are applying star decorator, then we are applying dollar decorator. So see, this is a syntax and this is the way you can apply more than one decorators to a function. Okay, you can go for any other decorator if it exists. Here we are calling this function printer and we passing one message hello. The outcome comes like this here. This line comes as a part of your star decorator, this line comes as a part of your dollar decorator, then your message, then once again dollar and star. If you just change the sequence of these decorators, obviously it will apply as per sequence. So first dollar, then star. Okay, so bottom line is this: you can apply any number of decorators to a function like the one you are applying, single one here. Okay, so this is possible. Now let's see one another issue when we are using decorator with function. We will remove this dollar decorator from here. Decorator. This is your output now. Now see, to every function we can give one documentation string here that we have seen previously. Okay, suppose here we are writing one doc string for this printer function and we are just printing one message like this is printer function. Okay, the same sort of a documentation string we are providing for this wrapper function also. Here also we are printing one message like this is wrapper function. Now see what happens. as we are using this decorator, star decorator with printf function, this printf function is completely wrapped by this wrapper function. Okay, so when you try to print any information related to this printer function, it's like what kind of information we can print here. First, we can go with name. So here we are printing name of this printer function. Next, we can print its module name, in which module this function is defined. Okay. Next, we are printing its documentation string by calling this doc property. To run this code now, see what happens. First of all, name of this printer function is printing like a wrapper. Module, it is printing main, because currently there is only single module, so there will not be any problem regarding with module name. And when you print this documentation string, it is actually printing this is a wrapper function. So as this printer function is completely wrapped by this wrapper function, there is no specific information of printer function available. All information it is printing is related to only wrapper function. Okay, so this is one issue arises when you are using decorators. So there is a solution for this problem also. See here what exactly solution we are using. First, we will import one what we can say package. Okay, first we will import one package here. Let's say import functools. Okay, this is a package what we are using, and in this functools package there is one wrapper defined for this purpose. Okay, this is the name of wrapper, wraps. Okay, first of all, don't forget it is a wrapper, so we need to call it by using @ sign. So say @functools.wrap, and you should call it before this function definition. Okay, so here you say @functools.wraps, and to this wraps wrapper you pass this name of function. Rather name of function, better use the word reference of a function. So see what we have done. Before definition of this wrapper function, we invoked one inbuilt wrapper defined in this functools package module rather. Okay, and to this wraps wrapper we are passing this reference of function, which is in our case printer function. And now if you run this code, you see everywhere it is printing information specific to printer and not printing any information of wrapper. Now see, it is printing name as a printer. It is even printing docstring of printer only now. Okay, so by calling this wrapper wraps from functools, we can create identity of printer function separately. Okay, so it is always better whenever you are writing any wrapper, whenever you are writing any decorator, to invoke this wraps wrapper first and create identity of your original function. Okay,